So this video is basically going to be my opinions on like Taylor Swift topics and just like songs and lyrics and all that stuff. So one of the biggest questions I had was what song got me into Taylor Swift, what era, how long have I been a Swiftie, all that. So I got into Taylor Swift like 11, 12 years ago when Mean was a single, and yeah, I was young, but that made me continue listening to Taylor Swift, if you know what I mean. Song, I got into her around in the Speak Now era, that type of stuff. But the song that like really like pushed me into like keep listening to Taylor Swift is We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. And I remember that song all the time. That was my song, my go-to. You know, it was big. So that's really what got me into it. You know, it was #1 on the Billboard charts. So like obviously me as like a 4-year-old and 2012, 3, you know. And like another thing is like I don't know, I just like heard Taylor Swift on the radio that one time, and then like that voice just kind of stood out to me because you know I was little. I didn't know what, you know, I only thought there was like 4 artists, you know. So Taylor Swift, like, and then when 1989 came out, there was a bunch of big songs. Another big question was how many Taylor Swift concerts have I gone to? How was the experience? Am I going to the second leg of the US tour? And the answer is yes, I have been to a Taylor Swift concert. I have only been to one though. I went to the Eras Tour on Philly Night 2, and I'm not going to disclose a lot of information because the next video I'm going to make is about the Eras Tour, so I don't want to give away too much. But I went on Philly Night 2, and I'm going to try to go back for the second leg of the US tour. And it's not like my biggest priority since I already went, but I think it would just be so fun. Me and my friend that I tried to go to the Eras Tour with the first time, we are trying to convince like our parents to let us go to either like Indianapolis or Toronto. But the only problem is that we're broke. So yeah, I always just spend all my money on Taylor Swift stuff. And now that there's a second leg of the US tour, I want to go. And honestly, it's not that far away. From here, like where I live, I'm like 9 hours away from Indianapolis, which is a while, but the plane, it's not going to be that hard. Do I hope I'm able to go to the second leg of the US tour? Absolutely. And I'll be almost 16 by that time. So more trustworthy to go to another country. But who knows? Okay, I remember this one specific question and I loved it. It was, if I could go back to any era, what would it be? And honestly, Reputation. Because during Reputation, I was like 8, 9 years old, right? No, maybe I was 7. Oh, no. I was 8. So I was 8, turning 9 during the tour. Like during the tour, I was 9. And if I would have been like this age then, I would have definitely gone to the Reputation tour. And I wanted to be there like so bad. Like I wanted to be at the Reputation tour when I was like 9, but it would have been like full-blown crazy if I went now. Because Reputation's like, it's my favorite album. Folklore, Evermore. I'm not gonna disclose which one's my favorite album, like which one out of the two, but another question was, which album do I listen to in the winter? And honestly, a lot of people would say Speak Now because of Back to December, but I really don't see that being like a mega winter album, especially with like, I feel like it's just so like summer and pop and stuff. So I would either pick either Midnights or Evermore, and Midnights, it's just like a more like, because I guess the time of the year it came out, it was more like winter when we listened to it. But Evermore, because of like, it's meant, like, look at it. Does this not give you winter vibes? Like, I don't know, 'Tis the Damn Season, like, Champagne Problems. They just all just give me like winter. And just like, tell me this does not give you winter. Another question that I was asked quite a few times is my favorite lyric. And unpopular opinion, my favorite lyric is In Death by a Thousand Cuts. And it's not the bridge like a lot of people like. It's, if the story is over, why am I still writing pages? So good, so good. It just hits when you hear that. If that was my surprise song, I'd be dead. Like, it's not my favorite song. Like, by a long shot, it's not my favorite song. But that lyric just hits. Someone asked, what song from Folklore hits different? August. And it's not because, oh, it's August, like, it's such a good song. It's because I can relate to it so much. And I'm not going to disclose why, because That's just me. But August just hits so hard, and like every single time I listen to it, flashbacks, the whole film, like each lyric just like hits in a different way. Big topic right now is Taylor's version. Is it gonna be Reputation Taylor's version next, or is the 1989 Taylor's version? Which one am I leaning towards? 1989 Taylor's version. I want that to be next. Is that the reason? No, I do think it's gonna be next. I love Reputation, but I feel like it just had its moment. Like it just had its tours. The most recent tour, I feel like 1989 should be next. And like, yeah, she hasn't been going in order, but I feel like 1989 is the way to go. I feel like it's too soon to do Reputation. You know what I mean? Like, do I think she should end in debut? Yes. Do I think the man wall is real? Not really. If she releases Reputation next, then I will believe in the man wall. But I just feel like that was just too early and kind of outdated, you know? It was a long time ago. It was 2019 that she released that. And I just feel like that just doesn't hold up the same way as it does now. Now, she's at SoFi Stadium this week. And, of course, when a bunch of people are watching this after, they'll know what will happen. And in my next video, I'll know what will happen. But I do believe that she will announce it on 8/9. It's her 19th stop. And 8/9, come on, August 9th. 89, like, it just all is perfectly aligned. Especially because it's the last date in the first leg of the US tour. Like, I just feel like it's just perfect timing, you know? And she's going to be taking a little break. I mean, not super long because she's got Mexico City in like 3 weeks. But I think it would just be, you know, a good time to announce the album. And she put out Speak Now Taylor's version in the middle of the tour. Like, she literally had a show that night and she had released the album. So I just feel like it'd be so fun to announce 1989 during tour. One of the questions I got was, which Taylor Swift song do I think represents me the most? And honestly, I have no idea. And so I asked my Instagram what song represents me the most. And really most of the songs were from Fearless and Lover, which, if you watch my Instagram lives, you would know are not really my favorites. Like, I don't know, I just don't like the album as much as a whole than I do like other albums. Like, I also got a few responses from Speak Now, Reputation, and Midnights, like those songs. But like the songs that I saw the most were like You Belong With Me, Paper Rings, I think a few like said Lover. I really don't know. I mean, let me know in the comments which song you think represents me the most, because I'd actually really like to know, because I have no idea. One of my favorite questions is, where do I buy my vinyls? And if you haven't seen, I did show all my vinyls, so check out that video. It will be linked. But I bought them from like a mix of places. I bought them from Amazon. I bought a few of them from my local record store. I bought some from Target. I just bought my most recent one from eBay, which is a first. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see. I'll do an unboxing video of that in one of my next videos. Once it comes out, it'll be linked. Where do I think my best ones come from? I think definitely you should go to your local record store if you want Taylor Swift. Because number one, they'll probably have more like older albums. Because like the stores only like put out albums that Taylor like wants them to put out, if that makes sense. So like Amazon will have all the old ones, but you know, it's shipped. And Amazon people really don't care how the quality of the thing is, as long as you get the package, you know what I mean? So Target is a good place to get them if you want to go in store and you don't have a local record store around, but they'll only have from Lover up, if that makes sense. If you want, I would really suggest go to your local record store, and it could also be like really fun and it can surprise you, you know, just go around and walk. But I did get most of my vinyls from Target because they have like more of a selection. But yeah, I definitely recommend going to your local record store if you can. Speaking of vinyls, someone asked me if to be a Swiftie, you need to own all of her vinyls. And number one, that's like super hard to own all of them. I don't own them all. I'm on my way to owning a lot of them, but I just really, like, no. If you listen to her music, if you stream her music, if you stream Taylor's version, okay, like, then I feel like you're a Swiftie. You like her music, you vibe with it, you're a Swiftie. there's no like definition of being a Swiftie. You know, anyone can be a Swiftie. It's, you know, I'm a Swiftie, and like I'm not scared to admit it. But I also think if you're a Swiftie, you shouldn't be embarrassed to be a Swiftie. If you know what I mean. Like I'm out there about being a Swiftie, and I, you know, don't care. Like I love Taylor Swift. That's what I do. I make videos about Taylor Swift, and people enjoy that. So I think you should definitely, like, if you are a Swiftie, don't be like ashamed of it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, a bunch of basic people like it, but it only became basic because a lot of people like it. But to answer the question, no. You do not need to own all the vinyls to be a Swiftie. You don't need to own any vinyls. You just gotta listen to her. Okay, so someone asked, could I sleep the night before my Taylor Swift concert? And the answer to that is a big yes. Number one, you're gonna need sleep. You know, even if you're excited, sleep. It's gonna be a long day. Number two, I went to an amusement park the day before I saw Taylor Swift, so I was exhausted. And number three, circumstances happened before the concert, so I'm not going to reveal what it is because it's going to be my next video. I was very much able to sleep because I wasn't even sure what was going on the next day. But if you are like super excited and you're like, I'm not going to sleep, it's going to be fine. Sleep. Just sleep. It is so exhausting. You're going to be drained. Me and my friend, like, she was passed out like the second we got in the car. I was cold, so I barely slept in the car. But like the second I got home, I went to bed. I was so out of it. I was just so tired. Like I said earlier, favorite Taylor Swift album is Reputation. And my thoughts on the most overrated album, I'm going to try to stay away from that because it's also another YouTube idea I have. But the most overrated album, I think, and don't judge me, but I honestly think it's Midnight's. Like, Midnight's was so hyped, and I love the album. It's, you know, there. I like it, but I just feel like it was so hyped up, and it's still so hyped up, and I just feel like it wasn't the best. But it was a good re-entry into pop, and I like the idea of different, like, sleepless nights, and it gives, like, every era, and it really sets the tone for the Eras tour, but I feel like it just wasn't, like, a masterpiece. Have I ever met Taylor Swift? No. Do I want to meet Taylor Swift? Yes. I would be even happy if she knew who I was. If she saw one of my videos on like TikTok or Instagram, which you should follow, by the way. But if she like acknowledged me in any sorts, that'd be my biggest flex. I would never talk about anything else. She is literally an icon. She is my idol. Like, she's like everything to me. And if she like met me or like knew who I was, like if she ever did like another secret session and I was there, oh, I would be in awe. Like, it would be amazing. It's a dream, and it would be a dream come true. But as of right now, no, I have not met Taylor Swift. Oh. Karma theory. Do I believe in it? Do I not? So ever since the song Karma came out, it's really like, it's iffy. Because like 11th track, 11th album, could it happen? Yes. But I feel like Reputation kind of filled that void. And like Karma as an album could be Reputation vault tracks, if you know what I mean. So is it the most unlikely thing to happen? No, it could still possibly happen, but do I believe in all my heart that it will happen? Not really. I feel like Karma will like just like happen with Reputation Taylor's version. You know, I feel like they'll be like in like the same cluster type mix. Which Taylor's version am I most excited for? So if you're talking about the more recent three, I'm honestly kind of most excited for 1989 Taylor's version at the moment, just because I feel like it will just be like such a big hit. Reputation vault tracks are gonna hit hard. I can just feel it. And then Debut is just gonna be like mind-blowing. Like her debut album going from 16 to like, she'll be like what, 33, 34, 35 maybe? Who knows when that's gonna come out. Overall, if you would have asked me this before they all came out, I definitely would have said Red. And Red vault tracks just hit. It was so good. Speaking of Red, most underrated song by Taylor Swift, I honestly would say is Treacherous. It's so underrated. The bridge, so good. I feel like everything about Treacherous is just so good, and more people need to listen to it. So if you're watching this, go listen to some Treacherous, because it's so good. Okay, speaking of Taylor's versions, Styles featuring Harry Styles. People are like talking about it, and it's rumored, and could it happen? Yes. But at the same time, if that happens, don't you think that'd be kind of awkward? Like, it's a song about Harry Styles, and he's featured on it. Like, yeah, would it be cool? And to see, like, they're coming together, everything's good. Yeah. But I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like they're just two different kind of styles. That was not the right choice in wording. But I just feel like they're, like, too different. And I feel like coming together on a song that's about him would just be kind of weird and awkward. And would I love it? Sure. Would it be cool? Sure. But do we need it? Do I think it will be the best thing that's going to ever happen? No. The final question that I'm going to be answering today is, would I rather listen to only my top 5 albums forever or my bottom 8? And I feel like that's just kind of like an obvious answer. Like, obviously I'm going to listen to my top 5. Would I have more of a variation if I listen to my bottom 8? Sure. But cutting out Red and Reputation? Absolutely not. Goodbye, Fearless. Goodbye, Debut. I don't need them. It's okay. I need my top 5. I just need it. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content. Leave me down a comment below. More content ideas. I love to hear it. I always read them. Also, let me know your favorite Taylor Swift song. Because, honestly, hearing, like, because if I love Treacherous, like, it's not my favorite, but I love that song. That's, like, one of my unpopular opinions. Like, I need to know your unpopular opinions. Follow my socials. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.